we get to the demo gameplay. So sit back and relax. It is a shortened but still fun week-ending edition of the Level 1 podcast. All right, see, for a shortened podcast, we even have a shortened intro. There you go. How's everyone today? It is Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. I feel like maybe there's something about that date that I should be remembering.
Is there? What is it, fat boy?
But anyway, everyone, I welcome you here to the show. Thanks for being here with me today. It is the end of a 6-day streaming week, and it should be pretty fun because today we're doing a good variety of stuff. All right. What I want to do is get caught up on everything that's been going on. We have a couple playthroughs that ended this week. Some I actually finished. Some I dropped like a hot rock because they sucked.
Hopefully you're doing good.
So I just want to
every time I come up here, I want y'all to be doing good.
So you know what to expect next week when I get back from my break, which is tomorrow, and to talk about what we're going to be doing for a new playthrough. Seems like there, at least yesterday, there was a good amount of people that kind of agreed. And I just want to get today's vibe as well, because we do have a few days to determine what we're going to be doing next.
A few days.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. 6 days of streaming this week was great. We continued on with coverage of Mario Kart World. I keep calling it Tour. Mario Kart World. We had some chill streams with Minecraft and my first ever American Truck Sim stream using my wheel peripheral on PC, which was awesome. It went really, really well. We tried out a new game called Mind's Eye.
When I say bum,
just another big disappointment.
Shout out Vigo,
we
bro.
actually finished Claire Obscure Expedition 33
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
And we actually had a very successful stream of Blueprints. So things went really well this week. All right.
I'll be on camera in a minute, guys. I'm going to take a dab real quick.
The Munchies meal from Jack in the Box, which was disgusting and terrible. So, of course, the video did well. What a surprise, right? So, I had a great week. I really did. This has been a great week. And now that we're at the end and we had a little bit of extra time, we're like, what are we going to do today? And I said, well, I haven't really checked out game demos in a very long time. And you guys have been telling me about certain games on Steam that particularly look good that I should try. And I wish listed a bunch. But then what happened was this last week was the week of all the online gaming presentations, because it used to be E3 week, but E3 doesn't exist anymore. And when that happened, a whole bunch of demos released on Steam for a wide variety of games. And people kept hitting me with, are you going to play this one? Are you going to check this one out? This one? And I was like, whoa. Well, let's see what we could do this week to wrap stuff up and finish stuff up and see if there's time in the schedule. Well, it just so happens there is time today to finally explore some game demos. I'm happy for this because this gives me exposure to games that maybe I never would have even played or seen. It also allows me to determine if these are games that I would maybe want to do full playthroughs of in the future. And if not, hey,
Medusa, how do you do that? I'd love that for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Back in the day, a lot of these demo
days
that I would do on the Xbox
emulated
360,
game I have at the moment. I don't know how to do emulation very well.
Xbox store had a bunch of
but I've gotten that game to work.
Time.
So shout out to me, bro.
And I would just sit down and try a bunch of them and see what they were. Some would be like 10
and the
minutes
Dutch
long,
bros,
and some
they
would be like
helped me
an hour or two long, depending on the game. A lot of these were indie games, games that were tossed onto that marketplace for very low dollar amount consumption, $5 games that were just kind of silly jokes. And demo days were fun because you never knew what you were going to see. Well, today, we do have an idea of what we're going to see because we already narrowed it down to 5 games. That's right, I said 5. Because actually, yesterday we talked about 6, but I realized, thinking about the demos eligible for today, one of them I don't really want to play. Reason being, the whole point I feel of a demo day at 2025 is to expose myself to games that I normally wouldn't have known about And if I'm playing a demo of a franchise I've already played multiple times, I already know what it is. Why do I need to play the demo,
one I want
right?
is
So I eliminated Neo.
I've already got the PS2 emulator, which is the one I want, right? I think it's one sec. It's called PCSX2. Shit. That dad kicked my butt. Yeah, I want what's that one game? Predator Concrete Jungle. Oh my god, I haven't played that game in years.
Three from the running today because I don't think there's a point. I know what Neo is. I like Neo. I'm probably going to play Neo. So why do I need to play the Neo 3 demo when we already know it's going to be Neo with better graphics, right?
Wow.
Plus, I'm already
he
playing
threw out
Rise
the
of
best
P
one,
Overture, which is a Soulsborne game. I
he
don't
threw
want
out
to stop
the best
playing a Soulsborne
one
game to take a time to do the demo for a Soulsborne game.
He threw out the best one.
Even though you could say, well, it's not Souls-like or whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? So
no, I really
today
don't.
we have 5 games in the running. Allow me to quickly remind you all. The games are Hell Is Us, Catch and Chill, Mina the Follower, the 100-line, I want to say it's like the 100-line War. I installed it. Hold on. I keep forgetting the name of it. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. That's what it's called. And Tenebrous Somnia. Each one of these games is unique. You know, Hell Is Us
absolutely
is an
hates
hybrid action, almost horror style game coming out in September.
I am no one, dude. He hates it.
Is a
genuinely
retro
he hates
graphics,
it.
relaxing fish
What up,
catching
Dasher?
game that may be fun for chill streams. That comes out in about a week. Mina the Follower looks like it's kind of the spiritual successor to classic Zelda on the NES. That's coming out on Halloween. The 100-line Academy is a game that's basically from the makers of Danganronpa, but rather than it just being a visual novel, actually has like strategy gameplay on like a grid style. And then Tenebrous Somnia, a completely unique game. It's
I think the
8-bit
Switch
horror,
2 is gonna
but at the same
stall
time
for a
has
bit after the hype
real-life,
for Mario Kart dies down.
movie quality cutscenes filmed that are terrifying with the graphics and special effects and things they did in them. It's just like, holy crap, that's scary as hell. So 5 games in the running. And in just a moment, we'll put up the poll.
Yep.
You guys will start voting on what you would like to see as the first game that we do on demo day today. I'm hoping to get through at least 3 demos. Maybe we'll get through more than that. It depends on the time.
Rich bored me so much last night that after I got off the stream, dude, I just went to sleep. He was so goddamn boring. Oh, he was boring. Oh, he's so boring.
But that's a good variety of games to try out and see if we like or not. And if there's just something that I would continue to be interested in the future and play, or maybe just say, well, we tried it, but not really too interested.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That's weird.
Well, that is right, Dab Hands.
I never knew that, Medusa. Thank you.
Dab Hands says, I think I saw that the Tony Hawk demo is on Game Pass. What I would say about that is I'm definitely interested in the Tony Hawk 3 and 4 collection. I can tell you we're going to play it. We're absolutely playing it this summer. But that's another case where I already know what it is, right? Like, I already know those games. So why do I need to play the demo when we already have played the first collection? I loved it.
The protest, yeah.
That'll be like, okay, if we get through
I don't
the other
know
demos for today,
how to
then we
feel
get to
about
it.
that.
I'd much rather
because I genuinely
enjoy demos for
understand
games
both
that I just
sides.
don't really know what they are, because that's more interesting.
Right?
Okay.
Like, I understand the drain on our
so that's what's going on
economy
today. Now,
right?
a couple
But I
quick
also
things
understand that people
to get
have the
everyone
right
caught up with
to
and everything.
life, liberty,
before
and
we
the
get
pursuit
to
of happiness.
these
You know what I mean?
demos today.
I don't know
first
what
off,
to think. What's up, Maythurst?
Last night, I completed the main story of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now, you might say, the main story, why are you putting it like that? Well,
dude,
because
I hear
this
they
game
put the
has 3
Ninja Turtles.
acts.
I hear they put the Ninja Turtles in the Tony Hawk remake. They put Doom Guy in there too. But I don't hear him complaining about that. And I think the Ninja Turtle they chose was Michelangelo. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not enough for me to buy it again. But it's cool for the people who get it. You know what I mean? But I really miss the underground games. Like, I remember when they used to do the story modes, right? And you used to go around having to do challenges in the city. Oh, dude. It's on Games Pass?
Mostly narrative and story with some side content.
I have PC Games Pass.
Act 2 is...
My PC's a pretty strong little,
again,
a little guy.
Incredibly long, like a super long app with some side content available.
Turn the music down? For sure.
Is incredibly short. It's like an hour. And it's only story, except also a ridiculous amount of side optional content opens up in Act 3. Now,
I know he's super.
The problem here
he's
is
like
thus.
super low.
I've been playing.
Oh,
Claire
it's just a reskin
for over 2 months.
That sucks.
I've enjoyed the living heck out of it.
I missed
35
the
parts,
story.
and if you do the math.
Oh God, shut up! I missed the story modes for Underground. Those were so much fun.
It's over 50 hours I've been playing this game. The problem is the viewership and the interest in the game has completely fallen off, and people just don't really like it anymore. All right?
Yeah, he's still
everyone,
bitching about Expedition 33.
But it's the mainstream audience, right? This game 2 months ago, everyone was excited to see it because everyone was claiming it was a Game of the Year contender or whatever. But being that it's such a lengthy RPG, unless you've been along with me for this entire...
Bro, you're just wrong. It's that you have to go through the game so you're the absolute most powerful that you can be, so you look like you're not struggling. That's the problem. When you have to check every nook and cranny like 4 or 5 times to make sure you got everything, you're the issue. It's not the game, it's the way you're playing it.
50-hour ride. Let's be honest, my 10th to 15th stream of it, you probably don't care. Right? So
exactly,
that's what's
right?
Because every time that I've played this game, it completely fell off.
He's such a whine baby, a whiny baby.
No one
God
cared,
damn,
and people would come to the streams and complain and say, why aren't I doing something else?
Oh, shit.
Why am I wasting time on this? Now, I don't see it as wasted time. I literally see Claire Obscure as a ginormous Game of the Year contender.
Well, no shit.
I don't want people to think that I'm agreeing with these people saying this stuff. I think it's one of the best RPGs I've played in a very long time. But I am not just someone who plays games for a hobby.
Yeah, we all know you pretend like you care. I think Claire Obscure really took the time to understand the genre that they were trying to go for, and they absolutely nailed it. You can see the influences, right? You can see the Dragon Quest. You can see the Final Fantasy. You can see the Persona, all of it. You can see so much, right? It is unfortunately live, Dasher. I can't 1.5 it for you, bro. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely a Game of the Year contender. It is to its genre what Elden Ring was to its genre. It's genre defining, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm someone who streams for a living. I have to make content that people want to publicly consume.
Right? And then they just have to
enjoy it and reciprocate with support. And what's happened with Claire Obscure is in the last 2 to 3 weeks, every time that I played Claire Obscure, attendance tanked, engagement tanked, support tanked.
He made $30
last
last
3 to 4
night.
Claire Obscure streams in the last couple of weeks that I didn't even make $50 on a stream. I want you to think about that, okay? That's awful. 2-3 hours of gameplay plus, and I can only make $20-30 is atrocious. So
What?
There's a problem there. And it's funny because there are people who really like this game, and they've been very vocal. Oh, why aren't you playing it more? Oh, you're really going to skip the third act content.
Dasher.
To which I would respond, listen,
this
is my job, and this is part of the double-edged sword of doing what you love for a living. Those lines get blurred. Because if I just did everything that I liked all the time, I'd be playing retro fighting games constantly. I'd be playing lengthy RPGs constantly.
Oh, and like a side note, I really love comic books. And I know Dasher's going to check out for like 10 minutes. But they're making a Mr. Miracle TV show. Okay, so Mr. Miracle is a new god. He was traded to Apocalypse for his son Orion. Or he was traded to Apocalypse. God damn it. He was traded to Darkseid, who lives on Apocalypse, from his father, the High Father, who lives on New Genesis. They're all new gods from the fourth world, right? So, I'm just excited. I'm excited. And guess what? It's going to be written by Tom King. The best one. It is DC Comics. It is. I'm so happy. It's like Marvel announcing, how can I put it into perspective? Okay, so it's like Marvel announcing a show that's going to explain Galactus and where he came from and all of that stuff. It's going to be amazing. It's going to follow him and Big Barda, and I'm more excited for Big Barda because I've always been a fan of Big Barda and Wonder Woman. They're two great characters, bro. Howard the Duck. Oh, God, that would be funny. I think they wrote him off in What If.
I'd be playing a lot more of certain games, by far, okay? But that's not how it works. This is my job. When you go to work, you don't get to tell your boss, hey, I just want to do this one part of my job that I really like. I've decided not to do any other of my job. I just don't want to do it. No, it's not how it works, okay? You have to do everything that's going to make you successful, not just the one part that you really like. So I would love to come here and play RPGs nonstop, but I realized it wouldn't work. I have to be playing challenging games. I have to be playing online games. I have to be playing narrative games, but also games where I can have a chance to really interact and hang out with you guys. Think about the success of Truck Simulator over the last month and how it's done really well because those streams are us hanging out talking while I'm also driving, and it's been really good, right? So that's what I mean. And it's a tough situation, but, one of the hardest
Give me a
that I
second,
can be
guys.
in
I'll
as
be
a
right
content
back.
creator. I've been doing this for 17 years. And the reason that I've had the longevity that I've had is because of the variety that I put out. If I just did RPGs, I'd fail. If I only did fighting games, I would fail. But because I do a big variety of content, and any day when you come by, you can see me doing something different, right? Tonight, I'm doing classic fighting games. On Sunday, I'm going to be doing some Lies of P. On Monday, Blueprints. There's going to be Mario Kart, but there's going to be Minecraft. Do you see what I'm saying? There's different audiences who come by at different times to enjoy the different styles of content that I put out, and they may support or not, but usually the variety works. If I just did too much of the same thing over and over, well, to be honest, I don't think it would work at all. I know, because there have been times when I decided to play a lot of one thing. Take a look at how much I played Baldur's Gate 3, and the channel tanked for 3 months. Take a look at times when I've played 2 Mario games back-to-back, and everyone freaked out saying that's Mario overload. So that's what I mean. I know that the variety aspect works, but the problem with that is when you get into an insanely lengthy game like Clair Obscur, now you see the cracks start to formulate in the kind of business model that I have and the kind of streams that I do. As much as I love Clair Obscur, I've played it for over 50 hours. People are tired of it and want me to move on. Is there a small group of people who want me to continue with the game and do all the Act 3 side content? Yes. Do you want to know who's one of that small group of people? Me. But I don't control everything around me in my environment. As much as I like to say I am the master of my own destiny, there are still things that I need to kind of say, well, I got to accept. And the one thing that I got to accept is that, sadly, I just can't do what I want all the time. That's just a fact of life. And especially when you become an adult, you realize, well, that's just reality. So as much as right now I would love to be doing Clair Obscur and do all the Act 3 content, I've been told there's about 20 more hours of side content, dungeons, super bosses, extra challenges, and the like. I can't do it. I've got to do other content that people actually want to watch, consume, and then support. Or else I go out of business. You understand? So that's what we're doing right now. We have finished the story of Clair Obscur. I actually loved the ending. The game let you choose what ending you wanted, and I liked the ending that I got. The playthrough is now complete. But, and this is a big but, I made a statement last night that I hope you guys understood. Let me repeat it now that we're on the podcast. This is a game that I like so much that I would be willing to go back in the future occasionally when the time is right. And you might say, well, when would the time be right to go back to Clair Obscur? Well, basically, if something goes really well with other content. For example, let's say I do a marathon, and the marathon raises a whole bunch of support above and beyond what normally I would do. Well, then, hey, throw in a Clair Obscur stream. If I make $10 playing it, doesn't matter because I did so well that week already, right? And same thing going along that line. It doesn't have to be a marathon, but there are days where all of a sudden, right, I would get a big amount of support, and I'd be like, okay, well, then let's maybe toss in a Clair Obscur stream here. It doesn't matter what support we get because, hey, we're good. And it's funny because trolls, of course, will say, well, didn't that happen 2 weeks ago? Didn't you have a fan that came by and did a big contribution, a ginormous tip? Yes, which is why I just played Clair Obscur 4 times in the last 2 weeks, and none of those streams did well, but I was able to do that. Do you understand? Or else I might have dropped Clair Obscur. That was actually a serious situation we were talking about a couple weeks ago, is I might drop the game entirely because no one's really showing up and supporting it, but I didn't want to do that because I'd already invested so much time and I liked the game so much. Well, it was because of the support of that fan, that longtime viewer. That's what allowed me to actually be able to continue and play this game and finish it. So thank you so much to that viewer, because we might not have even seen the end if it hadn't been for them. I really appreciate that. So I feel like I will go back to the game a few times this year when we have good weeks, and I'll just say, let's do a night stream of it. Let's do 2 hours tonight. Let's jump in and go into one of these optional dungeons and see what it's all about. And it'll be fun, because that's the kind of game that it is fun to jump in once in a while, see new enemies, learn new parry patterns, I think it would be great. So we'll leave it at that. I hope that you enjoy the conclusion on the channel. I really liked it, but you got to understand, really, you got to understand that this is my life and my job. It's not just my hobby. If you don't understand, I'm sorry that, I've disappointed you. I tried as hard as I could to get people to be engaged and like that game, and it was just not working. I can only do so much as a gamer to make you know how much I like it and try to make it fun. I really tried, but what can you do? It's just not for everyone, all right? And I will just say this too. There were an awful lot of people who watched the playthrough and loved it, but then were mad when I wasn't going to do the content, and I said, then where were you on the nights I streamed it? Why didn't you support it? That's how it works. I put out content, you like it, you reciprocate with support, then I can make more content. Now, I give you all the content for free, and you say, oh, thanks, give me more for free endlessly. It just can't work that way, okay? For those who did actually support Claire Obscure, thank you, because I really loved the game, and I appreciate those that did come by to try to keep it going, all right? So thank you for that. Okay, so Claire Obscure is done, and Mind's Eye is done, all right? So now we have an opening in the schedule. Basically, we have about 2 weeks until the next major release of the month, which is actually going to be Death Stranding 2. So what do we got time for? I'll tell you. We got time for Onimusha 2 HD, a game that came out late last month that I wanted to play, but we were juggling way too many games. I think we're going to start it up next week, and it's a shorter game as well. People say it's 10 to 15 hours long, so that's a perfect game for this time period where we can kind of fit it in between everything else that we're doing, and it won't take up too much time. It won't be this endless playthrough that never ends. I really liked Onimusha 1 HD a few months ago, so this is a great time to jump into this one, and I hope that you will join me for that journey. So that's going to begin next week. Here, what I'll do, I haven't done this in a while, actually. Let me briefly show you the schedule or what I'm planning, okay? Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. This is what I wanted to click. There we go. So today's demo day on the entire first stream. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. That should be fun. And then tonight, Friday Night Fights CVS 2. Now, here's the deal. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is almost completely dead already. It's only a month old. It's like came out around a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. It's almost completely dead. Why? Because once again, I'm not kidding, for the third straight time, Capcom put in no effort, no support, and absolutely no conscious thought. They made a money grab collection. No crossplay. Shitty online connections, but doesn't actually tell you the quality of the connection before you join the match. A bad menu system. I could keep going, okay? They do this every time, and then these collections die within a month. So I want to play it tonight. We're going to see if we can find people. If we try to play and we can't find anyone, I'm actually considering buying this on PlayStation, because I've actually heard that more people bought it on PlayStation than PC, and there's more of an active player base on PlayStation for the game. So maybe I should do that. And the thing is, you might say, oh, well, you're going to lose all of your rankings then. No one gives a shit about rankings. Seriously, they don't mean anything, especially in classic games. Likely I would jump in and fight the master level people and beat them, because I'm better at classic games than most of them anyway. So that'd be hilarious to see me beating these people in a rookie account and getting like 1,000 ranking points per fight, right? So we'll see tonight what happens. If I can find matches, great. But if it's just shitty and laggy and we're got slow going, I might actually buy it on PlayStation and try that and see what happens there, okay? I'm off tomorrow. When I come back on Sunday, we're going to do more Lies of P DLC. It is a great DLC, except there was one annoying part yesterday, but I got past it. Now we're continuing on smoothly, and I'm actually enjoying the new weapons. I'm currently using a pair of Wolverine-style claws that are really neat, and I'm looking forward to more of that. We are going to do our Truck Sim stream on Sunday night, all right? Again with the wheel. I think that'll be neat. More Truck Sim with the wheel, and go from there. We've really enjoyed these interactive Truck Sim streams, talking and hanging out together. So let's see how it goes on Sunday. Monday, we're going to have Blueprints, because remember, last week Blueprints was on the chopping block, but you guys came by and supported it in droves. So more Blueprints this week as we actually headed to the end game, because we unlocked the Throne Room Blueprint, and apparently that leads to the actual end of the game. So we might actually beat it within a couple of streams. And then I'm going to do more Mario Kart Tour, more Mario Kart Knockout Tour multiplayer on Monday night. This is the good mode where you actually have to try to survive elimination. It was really fun when I did it last week. You guys wanted more of it. We'll do more of it. Then Tuesday, what we're going to do is no podcast. I'm going to start Onimusha 2 HD, and it's going to be an extended gameplay stream. No podcast, start gameplay by around noonish, and play around 4 hours of Onimusha 2 on that day, okay? Now, in regards to Tuesday night, we have talked about the fact that since I now have this driving wheel accessory, we have to decide what the new game will be that I will actually try on this wheel. And there's a few options that we had discussed. Let me get to my wish list. The Steam store won't load. Great. There we go. I had to reload twice. The first is a simulation called Assetto Corsa. Okay, that's more of a straight-up driving sim. It's the most expensive of all the options.
I'm so sorry.
If really I have to learn how to drive a car, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay,
I'm back.
The second option is called Dirt Rally 2.0. This is a game that's an off-roading game where you're in mud and you're doing all kinds of off-roading vehicles, stuff like that. And then lastly, Taxi Life. It's a taxi driving simulator where you're driving around Barcelona, Spain, picking up fares, and you're simulating running a taxi business. Any of those would be valuable, and all three of those are completely different. Okay, so we have to talk about that today, Sunday, Monday, and figure out what it is we want to do on Tuesday night and try it out. So let's talk about it. I don't know which one you'd be more interested in. All those sound good to me.
Hey,
of course, I don't know how viable they'll be or how long term they'll last. But hey, try something.
Peter, how
are
you, man? Big ups. Good morning.
The taxi might be interesting. The taxi game might be more up to your speed. People are saying. I might, yeah. I might be down for it.
Hopefully everybody's having fun
okay,
today.
So maybe Taxi Life.
Go and check out the video on the
Well,
channel,
let's talk about
bro.
it for days. Let's not just determine
Rich
immediately.
been
But,
saying
hey,
some wild shit about
so that's
me.
the recommendations that I'm getting
Some
right now.
wild,
so that's going to be Tuesday
wild
night.
shit.
And for the rest of the week, we're going to juggle Onimusha 2 and Lies of P DLC as the daytime streams. And then the night streams will probably be Minecraft, probably like Wednesday. And then maybe Thursday we'll do an extra stream of something, whether it's, maybe Mario Kart or something. And then Friday's probably going to be Friday Night Fights again. Okay? So that's what we're looking at for the schedule next week. I hope that you guys will join me for it. It should be a good week of variety. And then the week after that is when we're going to start with new games, including Death Stranding 2. Okay? Sweet. All right. Now, one other thing. Oh, by the way, so we did a poll over on Kick so far, and the people on Kick seem to want hell is us. But let's do a poll here on YouTube now. Start a poll. I can do 4 options on YouTube, right? Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'll turn it on for you, Dasher. 1 second, bro. Hey, how long till he begs for a dono? I'd say about a good 10, maybe 15 minutes.
Cast. Oh, you know what? Cast and chill. We'll save that one because I want to do that at the end. Let's see. Where's the other game? Mina the Follower. That's what it was.
It's gonna at least be maybe a few minutes. Why did the background music turn
the
off?
100 Line Academy what? Last Defense Academy. Okay.
I wish I could turn him up, but he's as loud as he goes, bro. His audio is seriously some terrible fucking audio.
Please vote. Let's see what you guys want. Okay, on the YouTube side, people have voted for Hell Is Us on the Kick side, so I'm curious to see what your feedback is. Now, guys, this is the final day of the week. All right, this week has been up and down and all around. We started off the week slow. Then we had a bunch of great streams with giant amounts of support. Then we sputtered with Mind's Eye, which sucked. And then last night, on the conclusion of Clear Obscure, I once again had one of the slowest streams I've had in years. I'm happy that the games that you guys don't like are behind us. You know what I mean?
It was such a slow stream. I didn't even make $30.
All right, we can move on to other stuff you guys want to see. I hope you guys will now support the streams today on this demo day. If you like what we're doing here and the fact that I'm giving you control over what demos we play, you like the variety, please support today's stream. Let's hit a goal. We're at 14 out of 20 goals hit. All right. Was hoping to be way closer because I wanted to do DSP Tries It Mod Pizza either on Monday or Tuesday of next week. But it's okay if we don't. I just need to kind of know exactly when we're going to do it. You know, for me, I got to go grocery shopping and stuff and figure out, gee, how many meals and how many stuff for the week and plan that out. Right now, being at 14 out of 20, it's kind of up in the air.
You knew it was coming, man.
Make it for a Monday or Tuesday DSP Tries It, maybe later in the week, right? But let's get some support rolling again. Let's get back on track. I understand that sadly, you know, Claire Obscure didn't have a lot of support. But let's turn that around today. Let's hit that goal on this very stream. Let's do it again for fighting games tonight. Let's keep that rolling. Let's get the support back in line.
You see, I'm
so
Italian.
We can have more consistency and we know exactly when we're going to be doing this stuff. Okay? Fair enough? Speaking of which, we're getting our first support of the day right now. Let's see here. Someone tipped $2. It says, I can confirm PlayStation is stacked with players for CVS. I run a fighting game stream, and there's way more activity on the PlayStation. Okay. Well, I may get it then tonight. I'll try it again on PC. If we end up sitting around with our thumb up our butts and no one's showing up, then we'll probably end up getting the PlayStation version. You know, what can you do? I want to play classic fighting games, and I guess I gotta play them where people are at. And then anonymous $2 tipper says, how about a reaction to the new Superman movie trailer? It's 2 minutes long. I'm not doing any reacting today. We're going to get into gameplay relatively soon. And you know, maybe in the future I would do some movie
He
trailer
really had
reacting.
to process
Of
it,
course,
Bill.
every time I
You're
do that, my content either
absolutely
gets
right.
blocked or claimed, and then I can't make any money on it, which is annoying because it's my content. I don't know why my react isn't my. It should be my problem.
Oh, he's so dumb. Bro, it's still their content. You watch the video. Everyone else has already seen it. You watch the video and you give your reaction. That's all you got to do.
Property, but apparently it's not because YouTube is a piece of dog shit.
Excuse me.
And just does whatever it wants.
I think you're dumb.
But yeah, I won't be doing that this morning. But thanks for the suggestion. Got another $2 tip here.
Can I help you, sir?
So this person says, I notice you get way more super chats and tips than subs or memberships. I think that's why you struggle to have consistency and support. Most streamers rely on their consistency in memberships or subscriptions. It's completely false.
It's completely
you don't
false. You
actively
don't know
see
anything.
Everyone coming to stream to subscribe or to be a member doesn't mean they don't do it. I have a consistent base of members on YouTube, and I have a consistent base of subs on Kick, and it's actually growing. When I started on Kick, I only had about 40 to 50 consistent subs. I have over 100 now who actively renew their subscriptions every month. And then, of course, on top
it really
of that,
is.
you see the gifted
It's
subs, and the
complete
gifted
cope.
memberships. And that's where you see it being sporadic, where I might have 1 week where all of a sudden I get a ton of gifted subs on Kick or a big member bomb on YouTube. Then the next week, it doesn't happen, right? But that's the thing. You're only seeing the stream side of things, and that's why it looks different than it really is. There is a consistent group of people who support me behind the scenes of stuff. A lot of people on YouTube particularly don't even watch the streams. They actually just watch the on-demand videos. So they'll become a member and you'll never see it pop up on a stream or anything like that because they don't do it on the stream. They just do it, you know, behind the scenes. Okay. So we got a few tips. Let's get our first super chat of the day. Who's going to do a super chat? Let's get our first sub of the day. Let's get some actual big support today on Kick. It has actually been a very slow week for Kick. If you don't believe me, all you got to do is take a look at the Kick leaderboard. All right? We only have 2 people who even gifted above or did a double-digit subs this
guys.
week. Most people are
I got some more
very few
customizing pins.
Let's get some subs on Kick today.
They're the Gundam markers?
Right now. Who's going to support Demo Day? The return of a day where it's very interactive and you guys have control.
All you got to do is shake them up.
Going.
What up, Vega? How are you, man?
Okay, what's up, King Michael? Good morning. Game Boy, good morning. How are you guys doing today? By the way, Hell Is Us, no surprise, has won the poll. So it looks like we will be checking out Hell Is Us today.
We really do need
as the
a
first
beg
demo,
counter.
and then we'll go from there. Cool.
How many begs has it been? Bored at work? Oh, dude, I know how it is. How many begs has it been?
Based Alvarez says, I can't do it from my phone. I don't know why. From a phone on the mobile, you should be able to gift subs. You can't actually buy your own sub. I know that sounds really stupid, but yeah, they've blocked it where the mobile app, it doesn't work. It's just weird. Okay, I don't know why. It's really dumb. So, I don't know, but please, let's get some support. All right, who's going to be the first super chat of the day? How about a member? We don't have any memberships on YouTube. And how about a sub on Kick? Let's get a little bit of everything, and then we'll get set up and started with Hell Is Us.
Hold on, I got to put some
completed.
flair on it.
Hell Is Us will be the first demo we're going to play today. And then what we'll do is we'll do a poll, near the end of the Hell Is Us segment to determine what the next demo will be.
I hate when it's plain. I'm sorry. It's my tism.
All right. Before we adjourn, any topics, anything you guys would like to talk about today, let's tag me in the chat. Throw some questions my way. We'll chat a little bit for a few minutes, see what's on everyone's mind, and then we will jump into the demos. Okay? What's going on right now with everybody? Buffet night? What is this? Decadent full course? If you like 2D Zelda games. Well, we're already doing Mina the Hollower today, so we're not going to be doing another one that's Zelda-like. Okay, just to warn you, we already got one on our plates. So, how do you go about donating physical cash? Here's what you do, Adam. You take your physical cash, all right? You go to an ATM, you deposit it into your bank account, then you go online, use your bank account to send me a contribution in another way, because I don't want physical cash. That's ridiculous. Okay. Ava Cowboy fan, we're going to do several different polls today. That was just the first poll. We're going to do another one near the end of me checking out Hell Is Us. I don't know how long any of these demos are. So it very well could be that some of these demos are longer, some are shorter. I may not play them to the end. Like, let's say I play 45 minutes of a demo and I got the gist of it. I'm probably not going to keep playing. I don't need to play 4 hours of one game today, right?
God damn, he can't get shit right, bro. He can't.
Narwhal Gaming X, I think that you've completely lost the narrative here. He says, I know you count some memberships and subs when they pop. I know you don't count some memberships and subs when they pop. If they renew off stream, is it possible they're never counted?
Sneak bag?
Dude, we're counting stream contributions. We are not counting every single thing that comes in behind the scenes.
What do you guys think?
When someone buys a t-shirt from my merch store, do I count that on a stream? When someone does a super thanks on a video, do I count that on a stream? We're counting stream contributions. I don't know how people lose the narrative so bad. Oh, really, Adam? I'm so sorry to hear that. He says he caught COVID again. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks ass. I know firsthand how bad it is. I wish you the best.
I don't think anybody wants to believe that they're rich.
Any big plans for tomorrow? No. Tomorrow, a more laid back day. I do have to go to the pet store.
For what?
But outside of that, oh, and I think I'm going to go to the liquor store and I'm going to get a multi-pack of something to drink because I'm doing these driving streams this week. So I may get something there because I think I'm low on like White Claws and stuff. So I'll probably get something from the liquor store when I'm there. But outside of that, nothing crazy. So, okay.
Nothing crazy. Dude, you're fucking insane.
King Ferb says the 100 line takes over an hour to get to any combat. What? The demo does? Then it's not a demo. What were they thinking? And over an hour to do any combat in a demo is a joke. Why would they pace it like that? The whole idea of the demo is to demo the game. Why would... Well, if we do that one, maybe we'll just do like a half an hour of the intro to get a taste for it, and then sadly we won't get the game. We're not playing it for 2 hours. That's ridiculous.
Dasher.
Yeah. I received a $5
We both know
tip.
that, Vega.
Mr. Tenebrous Somnia says, let's go, people. How the fuck does Tenebrous only get 7% of the vote? Phil's bread and butter is horror games. This is top notch. Step it up. So Mr. Tenebrous Somnia wants to see us play Tenebrous Somnia today. There you go.
He needs to get punched.
Thank you. That's the biggest contribution
What exactly,
so far
Viga? What is this pigsplanation?
Thank you, thank you.
Super Bowl 52. Here,
oh, excuse me.
Here comes a bag. Here comes a bag, bro.
What brand of cat food do we buy? Is it called Hills Science Diet? It's the Science Diet style. Because
it's the Science Diet style.
The vet recommended that for Jasper that we get him this particular formula that it would help him
this
out. And
particular
it actually
styled
has. Like,
cat
he's
food.
He's healthier now since we started
particular
this food.
styled cat food. Thank you very much.
What were the choices for the demos? Hold on. Hell Is Us, which won. That's what we're gonna do first.
Oh my god,
Catch and Chill,
bro.
which is a relaxing 8-bit fishing game.
Shout
that
out to Virgil,
next
bro.
Week.
We need a new
Mina the
DMC
Follower, which
game.
is a
Come on,
homage style
Capcom.
game to classic Zelda on the NES. The 100 line, something. I keep forgetting the full name. It's like a giant name. It's like the 100 line last something Academy or something. This is from the makers of Danganronpa, and then Tenebrous Somnia, a really unique hybrid horror game. with 8-bit gameplay, but actual real-life filmed scenes that look like a horror movie that
Bill,
are gory and scary.
Come on.
So, yeah, really, some really different stuff, unique stuff there. No, Jasper doesn't drink milk. Cats are not supposed to drink milk. Didn't you know that? That's actually a big misconception. If cats drink milk, they can get sick.
What? Oh, God. Dasher, no.
Jasper's downstairs spending time with Cat, actually. They were on the couch together.
Oh, God, Medusa Jr. If you're getting pignatized, go see a priest right now.
Does Jasper still have his balls? we rescued him. We did not get him since he was a kid, and we rescued Jasper. Jasper already had been neutered when we rescued him.
And Jasper's getting old. You'd think he'd do something about an aging animal.
Let's go down to 4 games now. Like, yes. Now
my dog's getting next year. He's gonna be 10.
Well, actually,
I'm gonna have to take him to the vet and decide what kind of food he needs to eat.
So that one will be cast and chill, not catch and chill, cast and chill. That one will be added now. So we'll do a poll for that, and then each time we play a game, we reduce the list by 1. Okay. Any last minute stuff, guys? Or are we good now?
Any last minute stuff?
I actually pre-installed all the demos, so I don't have to like go crazy trying to get them. I've already got everything going.
Is 11?
That we can jump into these games and test them today. Any last minute support?
Oh God!
We'd like to get a sub or a super chat or a membership, out of which we've gotten absolutely nothing. 0. Can we get some support?
Bag number 6. You guys, I'm felt
looking at Kick right now at the Kick chat, and I'm waggling my finger.
Number 7.
With expectation and disapproval.
That was a twofer.
All right. Would I ever play Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal? Doubtful. I don't think that those games really have appeal anymore, and allow me to explain what I mean.
Excuse the
fuck
out of me. It's not
that they're not classics, but there was a time and place for me to play them. It was over a decade ago. You know, there was this time frame when I was playing the new games, but then people said, hey, this would be cool to see Phil go back and play these classics that he missed. Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, that kind of stuff, right? But I've been there, done that. I went back there. I played a lot of those games already in HD collections. I don't really think there's much appeal to see me go back and play another one of these action-based platformers, you know. And by frankly, also, I think a lot of the attention for them has died out.
Phil,
like,
oh my God.
Ratchet and Clank was one of the launch titles for the PS5. Has anyone talked about Ratchet and Clank since? It seems like a lot of games are being
that
kind
Ratchet
of
and
phased
Clank
out
good was
almost,
actually
right?
really nice. That's how I learned how to play with the haptic
to
feedbacks and stuff. It's
Excuse
the
me.
first time I ever played at 120 frames a second.
No wagging of the finger? Oh, I will severely wag the finger. Especially if you tell me not to. You tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it. I will wag and waggle this finger at the camera.
Yeah,
until we
you're
get
a
sub on
man,
Kick
baby.
today. We better get one. Well, here we go. This person who seems to get a gifted sub at every time and then gets banned is talking about it again. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually do you a solid. I'm going to save the trouble. I'm just going to ban you now before you even get a gifted sub. That way it can't be wasted on you. So there you go. Now someone else will get it who actually will deserve it and use it. And, you know, you don't have to worry about it now. There you go.
I'm going to count that as a bag.
Huzzah, huzzah.
Bag. That's a sneak bag in my mind.
Very good.
I'm not going to give you
I'm a Cowboy
one.
fan with a $2 super chat. Our first super chat of the day says, please consider trying 100 line. All right, let's get started. Enough with the dilly-dallying and kind of messing around. I need to speak with my wife because my schedule's different today. Normally, she's expecting me to have a break in about an hour. So I think what I'll do is I'll tell her I'm going to check out the first demo. When I'm done with the first demo, then I'll go on my break.
Are you shitting me?
Cracker Jack says, I bought some Magic Final Fantasy cards. They have amazing artwork. I wanted those. So someone had suggested, it was funny. It was about a month or two ago. Remember, I was opening the packs of WWE cards.
Nah, I actually have a story for this. So there I was, right? I was on Amazon. I got these cards. As soon as these fucking things went live for pre-order, I was like, boom, 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 boom. I got 2 boxes. I was gonna unpack one and I was gonna keep one packed, right? Because I wanted Sephiroth. I thought he looked cool, so I was like, I'm gonna try and get the Sephiroth. That's what I want. They canceled my shit. And I'm like, what is this trash? Come to find out, they had oversold their stock, according to their customer service, and there was nothing that they could do. I was like, what the fuck, bro? What? Why was it me that got refunded? I was one of the first fuckers that put my shit in. Fuck you. Like, fuck you, man.
Which, by the way, I still have packs of those that I don't know if I'm ever going to open because we're not doing Smart Guys anymore. But when I was getting those, someone said, well, these packs seem to be working. People like to see you open random packs. But is there something that's gaming related? And someone actually linked me and said, hey, what about Final Fantasy Magic cards? These could work really well. And I was like, oh, neat. Maybe I'll get a box of those. And I'm not kidding you.
Damn it.
The day that they went for sale, they immediately sold out.
Yep.
The day that they went on sale online,
up 6:30
it was already sold out. I couldn't buy them. I was actually going to buy a box of those.
Okay.
And I couldn't.
I had a few other things that I was pre-ordering, right? Because I like to waste my money, apparently. I had a few other things I was pre-ordering, so I was up early pre-ordering those things. And I just happened to run across the fucking Magic cards with no intention to buy them, right? But I saw they were the Final Fantasy VII ones. I wasn't gonna get them. I passed them up, right? But then I went back. I was like, okay, I'll get them. They're only $20. It's like $40, 2 boxes. It's whatever. But no. Right? He did get a Switch too.
Get them. So I don't know now if they've restocked and they're available again. But it just seems to me
those aren't going to be available for a while.
Absolutely. Anything that's collectible in the modern day is ridiculously scarce, ridiculously in demand, and quite frankly, ridiculously overpriced. I just don't understand why a box of collector's cards is so hard to get. It's ridiculous. It's not even like I can't afford it. I can't buy it. I can't buy it. You cannot buy it right now. They're not, where are they, right?
I was hoping to get Cloud and Tifa. Here,
I'm going to try it right now, just on a whim.
Now watch his fat ass get some, bro. I would be so pissed. When I say bum.
Here it is. Magic the Gathering. Final Fantasy VII.
It's okay, Dasher, man. I collect old Kenner Batman the Animated Series figures. I don't know where they're at the moment. But I have Batman, Joker, and then I have a whole bunch of the 5-point action figures, right? That are, like, super, super classic inspired, right? So, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel ashamed. Riches and smack, bitch.
7 play booster box. $208.94. Not available for another week to 2 weeks on back order.
Uh-huh. But that's an entire booster box. That's not a booster pack. See, a booster box is like a box of multiple boxes of cards. So if like one whole box comes with like 52 packs, right? You're buying one box that has 52 packs times like 4 or 5 other boxes, and it's like usually 2 boxes deep. So you're getting about 20 boxes of cards, 40 boxes of cards, and you can resell them. Oh, it's just 30 packs? Shit.
Yep. Oh, actually, it's not Final Fantasy VII. It's all Final Fantasy. Oh, that's even more up my alley, actually. Seriously.
They have Final Fantasy X as well.
How many cards are in the box? 30 Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy Play boosters, each containing 14 cards and a token add card or art card. So, wow, that's a lot of cards. 30 packs of 14. Dang, that's over 400 cards. That's not bad. I mean, it's insanely expensive. $209 for the box because it's on back order, but that's a good amount of cards.
Yeah.
The fact that it's Final Fantasy, it's all Final Fantasy, is actually good. Like, I like 7, but I like 6 more. I like 4. So if those characters are in it, that's neat. Man,
Bro,
so
I don't need to get into Magic.
$200. And it's on back order.
I already have multiple Yu-Gi-Oh card decks. In fact, I have one right here.
The earliest it could show up is June 20th, it says.
Let's see which one this one is.
Actually, you know what? I'm not logged. Let me log in.
Okay, this one is Noble Knights. Noble Knights. I don't need to get into Magic.
They're saying the earliest it can even be delivered would be the 24th, but they're not even locking in that I get it then. Wow.
I really don't need to get in another fucking card game. But it is funny. I challenged Max to a duel, and he ran away. He said no.
After a goal. It's 30 packs, which is pretty neat. The fact that there's 30 packs in that box, I mean, that's way more
Devil May
than
Cry
WWE
is
cards.
probably one of the best
WWE cards
games.
were $60-something for like 5-6 packs. This is 30 packs, so that's not bad at all, actually.
Look. And then I believe this one is my Red Eyes one that I just got a little bit ago.
Something to think about. Where did you get them from, Cracker Jack?
Yep.
Did you get them like from Amazon, or did you get them from somewhere else?
Here's my Red Eyes. There's Red Eyes right there.
Crazy, there's no update on Beyond Good and Evil. I don't know if that game is ever coming out.
Let me see.
To be honest. I don't think so.
If I could get a good shot of my Red Eyes up here.
Super Bonchon says most of the cards are common trash worth less than a penny unless you buy the collector box. That's the collector box. Is that why it's so much?
Oh, I don't have my Red Eyes in here. Oh, wait, yes, I do. He's right here. I got the gold border Red Eyes from a pack.
The cool. Best cards are in a collector booster. The play booster won't have expensive cards. And then what's the difference? There's a difference? Oh, come on.
There's a difference.
So this is a play booster box. That's not the right one. Then what's the right one?
I think my lens might be smudged.
Booster? That's not, it doesn't even exist.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna...
Yeah, you can't even get it.
Why is my camera smudged?
Nope. Collector boosters you can't buy. They don't exist. Seriously.
I'm gonna get some.
The only ones you can even get are play boosters.
By hook or by crook, I'm gonna get some of those goddamn Magic fucking Final Fantasy cards. I want them.
Yeah, look, they do have a
Sephiroth.
few Ether Drift collector booster, Tarkir Dragonstorm collector booster, but no, not Final Fantasy. Like it's other unrelated boxes. I don't even know what they are.
All right, let me see.
They're doing Spider-Man. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That they're doing Spider-Man Magic the Gathering later this year in September. What the heck?
Yep. No.
Huh.
All right.
Collector booster boxes would be on eBay for $800. See what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. You just want to do something fun, something silly. No. Insanely in demand, so hard to get, impossible to get. Gee. Well, that kind of takes the fun out of it, doesn't it? Don't you think?
All right, now let me show you the gold bordered Red
by the way,
Eyes.
Omega Sauce gifted a sub. Thank you so much, Omega Sauce. I missed it. Let me go ahead and get you on the
Did he beg
here.
again? I think I might have missed it. All right, let's see if it shows Red Eyes now. Oh, great. It won't. Hey, show it, stupid. There we go.
That's our first sub of the day. Thank you,
It's
Omega
Red
Sauce.
Eyes.
I'm being told the box is online on
Pretty
another
dorky.
website for $300.
Probably the nerdiest shit I have.
And how many packs are in the collector box? Just
For
curious.
$30, it's the Final Fantasy VII is $30 right now. I think your money would be better spent in amiibos, honestly.
If a Cowboy fan just tipped another $1 and says, how will you leave time for some other games? How long do you intend to play each game? I would say we'll go for half an hour each game.
I'm gonna actually check that, because
and
if
then
I
let's
can
see
get
if
the
we're
box
liking
for
it,
about
we wanna
$30,
keep going,
I'll
or if we got enough
probably
taste of the
get it.
game to say let's swap games. We'll probably do that. Okay. Alrighty. All right, guys, I think what we will do is end the show. Let's jump into our first demo. And then probably what we'll do is after I play the first demo, then we will.
Okay, yeah, here's
do a
the one
poll
for
the next one. I'll take a
$209.
break,
I don't want to
and
spend
then I'll come
that.
back and we'll do the rest of the
Here's
demos.
Final
okay?
I think it's Final Fantasy VI for $9.85.
Gaia1 says the collector box.
Oh, here's one for 60.
boosters with premium cards featuring exclusive artwork from renowned Final Fantasy artists and special treatments that celebrate the series' legacy. Only 12 packs, but every card is a foil or a shiny. That's where the money is. I don't know. I don't think I'm dropping $350+ on a box of cards.
Oh, shit.
That's ridiculous. I did react to Invincible.
Hey,
versus
how are you,
versus
man? Bro, I'm looking at it right now, and I could, if I can't get the fucking
Thank you, Lukewarm Coconut. He says, "I'm really
Final
enjoying your content.
Fantasy
Keep up the great
ones,
work." Appreciate
maybe
that.
I'll get
Thanks
the
for kind
Spider-Man
words.
ones. Would you guys want to
Okay.
see that?
Let's end the show for today, and let's end the week. I will be back on
Spider-Man
Sunday.
209,
Remember,
but they have a
tomorrow,
whole
Saturday
box
is my
here.
day off, but I return on Sunday with another fun podcast to get everyone caught up. Sunday will be
here's
Lies
Final
of
Fantasy
the
X.
Overture and
Goddamn, $400.
American Truck Sim with the driving wheel
$120.
on the late
Goddamn.
stream.
Ah,
So,
I'm
should
being
be
destroyed.
pretty neat. Thank you all for a great streaming week, and I will see you all on Sunday. Okay. Let's get ready. Let's get set up here. So,
a sci-fi
here
set
is
coming
Steve,
too.
And I need to do...
I think I'd still be interested in doing the Marvel ones
this.
if I
There
can't
we
get the
go.
Final
I need
Fantasy
to set up
ones.
the
So
background.
I'll
Hold
think
on.
about it, and I'll see what I can do.
Turn off all
Maybe
these
I'll
big
get some,
blaring,
I don't know.
shining lights, blinding lights.
No, I didn't save the
Wait a minute.
business, Medusa.
My camera's going the correct way, right? It is. Yeah, okay. I thought it was reversed, but I think it's
Marvel's
reversed.
been really hot lately, like super hot. They're coming out with a new
the
fighting
blinding
game,
lights are
a
off.
fucking action beat 'em up,
Let me
bro.
go get- oh,
That
there's a
one
picture.
I'm super excited for. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be giving away a couple copies of that game, just as long as it's not fucking $80. If it's $80, I'm only gonna do one copy. But if it's around 30, maybe $40, then I'll do 2 copies. But I don't know. But I'm gonna buy it for myself, and I think it would be so cool to give it away around the holidays. They're hot, eh? What up, Reaper? How are you, man? Next week? Oh, lucky.
Okay. Grab a controller.
I don't know. I tend not to get super excited about cards unless it's like a Dark Magician revamp, which just happened earlier, or like a Blue Eyes revamp, which just happened earlier this year, or like late last year, early this year, something shit like that.
Alrighty.
Your dog is
Are we
hearing
ready?
another dog? I think my dog's asleep right now. I think he might be down in the living room.
Green screen now enabled. It wasn't enabled. That's why you saw green behind me. Now it's gone. There we go. Okay. Let's do it. Let's check it out.
Let's do it. Let's check it out.
All right, musical kill shot. What games are you excited about, bro? I'm not excited about too much. I think Tales of Annihilation, the
well, everyone, welcome
rogue,
to something special.
is it
Today
a
I'm
roguelike
checking out the
or
demo
Souls-like, one of the two.
of Hell Is Us. This is a game that's coming up later this
Marvel
year in
Cosmic
September 2025.
Invasions, the new
Looks
Marvel
pretty unique.
fighting
I'm not
game,
exactly sure
the
how
new
it plays,
Invincible
but it looks like
fighting
kind of a
game.
horror, fantasy,
It's going to be a big
hybrid,
year for fighting
action-based
games for me.
combat. But this is the demo, so we'll actually get more of an idea of what the game is going to be like by playing it. Let's see here. Photosensitivity warning. We'll just go with the default brightness.
What are you looking at?
2 subs on, yes. Show directional audio? No, why would we want that? Ultra quality.
Your dog ate your
Balanced
alien?
combat,
Which
alright.
alien was it? You think the Invincible one looks
Hell Is
mid
Us.
Reaper?
Settings.
Oh, I hear it is modern controls.
Whoa.
And
why-
the specials
what?
are buttons instead of directional
Why
inputs.
is
What
it
up,
at
Dasher?
1080? This is completely wrong. Very
Excuse
good.
me.
We'll do. Yeah. How dumb. I guess the demo isn't very optimized. I didn't even know.
Bro,
I have a 4K
sometimes you
TV,
just
that's
have to
nice.
set it yourself, you
Let's just leave everything
fucknut.
maxed and see how it runs. Smooth frame rate.
Am I glazing Marvel? No. I'm talking about what games I'm interested
Wow,
in at the
you're
moment.
30, 60,
And
unlimited. Let's do
unfortunately,
60.
DC
Let's
doesn't
try to get it to
have
run
any
at 60.
games coming that I'm really interested in.
On.
Now, if they would have announced Injustice 3
Okay.
or a
do I
fucking
make sure it's
Nightwing
safe?
game that should have
Default
come
max,
after
max,
the
so
Batman
that-
Arkham series, we should have
Fly.
gotten Nightwing
Okay, here we go.
Bloodhaven. That's what should have fucking happened. No, now I'm gonna rant. Now I'm gonna fucking rant. Okay, so first off, you kill Batman, you set up Nightwing in the prior 2 fucking games as Batman's protege, his #1 go-to person, right? And the next game is not Battle for the Cowl, where you have to fight Jason to get the mantle of Batman, and that's how you introduce Damian. And then guess what? Raish and Talia bring Bruce back to life through the fucking Lazarus pit. Okay? That's what they could have done. That's what they could have done. But no, we got a bullshit story about the Court of fucking Owls and fucking Gotham Knights. And then you have the audacity to put out the travesty that was fucking, oh my god, the fucking, oh my god, I don't even want to say it, bro. It was so goddamn bad. That fucking Suicide Squad game, holy shit, how are you gonna put that shit out? How? And then not only that, and I know Kevin Conroy signed off on this, and I can't believe he did, but you're gonna let his Batman die on a park fucking bench. Dude, I stopped playing it. I got to that point and I was like, I can't do it. I can't kill his Batman. Not after he literally just died. I don't give a shit what he said. I don't care. You did him dirty. You did Superman dirty. You did Wonder Woman terribly. Then you have, oh my god. You have Jon Stewart fall to fucking Brainiac, and then the Guardians of Oa do nothing while he misuses their technology. It just wouldn't fucking happen. The Honor Guard would have cut off Stewart's arm. Sodom Yacht would have leveled the planet. Get the fuck out of my face. I hate you all. I hate you. Oh, I hate you. Okay, now back to it.
Much better. Although I'm gonna warn you.
Oh, dude, I couldn't stand it, Aubrey.
Up and down, and it's
I
delayed.
couldn't.
That's not a good sign.
I couldn't, man.
I wonder if there's massive delay. This game is a work of
I
fiction.
know
Oh, you mean the world isn't
mythology.
actually ending and we're not being invaded by like monsters? That's good.
You know how, like, some people just know Christianity, like, emphatically, and they know what backwards and forwards? I know this shit like that. Backwards and forwards. I can pull it out like scripture. Dude, it just pisses me off And then they have the audacity to add Deathstroke to that travesty of a fucking game. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I hated it, and I hated every aspect of it. And I hated the fact that they allowed Tara Strong. How did you let them do that to your Harley Quinn, bro? You should have put your foot down and said no. You should have said no.
Our game has no map, no markers indicating where people or things are, where to go next, or who to talk to. We will never tell you precisely what must be done or how to do it. To thrive in hell
Black
is us,
Dynamite, bro, that show was great.
So your game's going to be annoying is what you're saying. Okay.
Your game is going to be annoying.
Are not compatible with the full game. Okay. And I'm on a controller. Yes, give me tutorials. Oh my god. Whoa. Well, did that just pop in? Seriously?
If I could speak candidly about that, then yeah, I do like when Wonder Woman is more muscular while still being... Okay, so, like, I like a mix of... What is it? Like, Silver Age Wonder Woman that's kind of, you know, the more feminine, but also the new 52 version of her that's really, really not about that shit and will cut your head off just for speaking ill. Bro, I loved it. The new 52 version of Wonder Woman is probably my ideal version of Wonder Woman. So, like, the Gal Gadot version of Wonder Woman, that's the one I'm talking about. But from the comics. Toned, muscular, she needs to be tall, at least. She needs to be tall. Toned and muscular, and it's the hair. It has to be really. I know this is weird.
This guy?
I know this is weird, but as a comic book guy, this is the type of shit that you notice, and it's not just the female characters; it's the male characters too. Wonder Woman's hair, it has to be full behind her crown, right? It can't. You shouldn't see any of her forehead. It's just a pet peeve of mine. They always make the tiara too thin. It needs to be bigger to come down around her fucking eyebrows, right? And it needs to peak right above her nose. It's a pet fucking peeve of mine, but it's just how I see it.
It's the truth serum.
Wonder Woman in the new 52 was actually a little shorter.
Yikes, that's disturbing.
She was like, she was 6 foot instead of being as tall as Superman. She was like 2 to 3 inches shorter than him.
Let's begin. How did you get into Hadia?
I think you know. I think you know who that looks like.
Brick Road.
She's Amazonian, but which origin do you choose for her? Is she the one where it's Zeus and Hippolyta? Is it the one where she's their daughter, or is it the one where Hippolyta builds a beautiful statue of a woman and Zeus breathes life into her statue? Is it that one? Because that it could be either or. Which one? There's so many. There's just so many, bro. The one from the Suicide Squad game? I can pull that one up. Oh, excuse me. Here, let me see if I can find... Okay, yeah, here. Here's a good shot that has her torso. I mean, it doesn't have her legs, but it's a from ground view, so it does make her look pretty tall. Let's see how big it is. Oh, it's a little picture. God damn it. Of course it would be. But I think they did Wonder Woman's face justice. I just think they missed the mark entirely. Like, for sure, Wonder Woman would have killed Superman. That's not even joke. A Wonder Woman going full force against Superman would just cut his head off, and it's not even ifs, ands, or buts. She would have ended him instantly. It's why Batman is so afraid of Wonder Woman. Because he can manage Clark, right? But he has no answers for Wonder Woman. She never tires. I'm trying to find a good body shot. Okay. No, that's just a hero portrait. Is that one? Okay, yeah, here we go. It has her shield and everything, but it should work. So, like this? Is this the one you're talking about? This one? Was it this one? Okay, yeah. I think they did her okay, but I don't like her hair. But see, they got the tiara right. See, it's supposed to cover the forehead. Aubrey, she's like, that's a man. Reaper's abandoning it all. Yeah, it looks better in the game from like side portraits and stuff, but full on she has that manly face though. Oh, happy Pride Month, everybody. Okay, so like the Wonder Woman I prefer is this one. And I'll show you guys. This is the one that I prefer. She just was no nonsense, and she'd beat the shit out of whomever she wanted, and it was great. It's this one. Give me a second. Okay. Alright. This is the one that I prefer here. Oh, I didn't grab it. God damn it. Grab it, fucking stupid. Alright. This is the one that I prefer right here. This is the new 52 Wonder Woman. This is when she became the goddess of war and all that shit. She really wrecked house. It was great. She put the brakes, the 1-2s to Superman, bro. Absolute Wonder Woman is amazing. I don't know. Honestly, I like the kilt, but I like the swimsuit look for Wonder Woman as well. I just think it works for the character. This is the version of the character that Gal Gadot is based on. And this is my preferred version of the character. Donna Troy from New 52 is probably my favorite too. She didn't fuck around. Oh God. The women in the New 52 were about that business, bro. They put hands to everyone. I loved it. So, like, the strongest female, or like the strongest character in the New 52 was a character called Grail. She was able to manipulate the Anti-Monitor. She was able to manipulate the Black Racer. And she was able to fucking kill Darkseid. Something the Justice League is incapable of doing. Not even Superman can do this. And she did it. The women didn't fuck around. I really loved it. I really loved it. And then she fought Perpetua and Rebirth and all that stuff. But Wonder Woman, she always constantly gets glow-ups. And I really like it. She's such a good character. Alright. Back to the pig, Roach. Give me a sec. I gotta go blow my nose. Fuck.
Why did you do it.
Anyone in my shoes would have done the same.
I think you overestimate human beings. I don't think you realize the time, money, and resources that went into this operation. You pissed off the wrong people. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You were smuggled out of Haiti at age 5, grew up in the foster care system, and dabbled in criminal activities. You managed to pull yourself together and become a decorated soldier. After decades of trying to get back into Haiti, well, you decided to take matters into your own hands. Oh, it seems we're ready. How did you get into Haiti?
I asked for a transfer to the UN peacekeepers who had deployed inside Haiti. They backfired.
What's it? You could come up. Come
When
on.
the paperwork cleared, AD's
Oh,
civil
get
war
up
was in
here.
full swing and the peacekeepers pulled out. I reported to my new unit, stole some gear, and crossed the mountains.
Why come back?
Oh yeah,
Frame rate's
bro.
chopping up, and it's only a cutscene. It's not a good sign.
This is my co-host. His name is
Parents.
Peter.
I wanted to find them. I needed to confront them.
How did you know your parents were still in Haiti?
I didn't.
Bro, is that John Goodman?
My only memory was that my father was the blacksmith of a village of Jova.
Oh, you can't. I was gonna say, can I change the settings and make the frame rate run better? Nope. You can't even change the settings in this cutscene. You're stuck in the cutscene. Wow.
He
All
put
right.
everything to
Getting
ultra
into
and now
Haiti
wonders why.
is just as hard as
Why is
leaving.
it all choppy?
Tell me, who smuggled you
Maybe
out?
because it's optimized for 1080p.
My mother,
What happened?
she sat me down in the back of a truck, gave me a necklace, and shut the door.
She didn't say anything?
She told me,
Why would he care what your mother said?
she told me, never come back.
He's just a police dog. No,
Fade to black, apparently.
You've
Never come back,
betrayed
fade to black.
me. Nah, you're just a loaf. Just one big loaf. Look at that. Look at that. What are those?
Flashback to when he was in a war. Looks like it. Something about the tone of the game makes me think Metal Gear Solid. I don't know why, but don't you get that vibe?
Peter's a Chihuahua. Both his parents are Chihuahuas. But he's lazy.
Yep, it is poor frame rate. Even though I told it to do 60, it is pathetic.
Cause
So let's see.
It's optimized for 1080p, you dumb.
How about very high? What's hilarious
No,
is that there's
lower
way
it to
set like,
1080p.
okay, resume. Much better. Much better frame rate. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, what are we doing here?
You are so stupid. Go down the fucking hill.
No buttons seem to do anything, so I guess we just go for a walk.
You
I guess
stupid
we
moron.
go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my way.
He really needs to get beat.
This is, by the way, it's not 60 frames. I said like 45 right now.
8 out of
So
10
obviously the game
dogs are
isn't very well
Chihuahuas.
optimized.
Turn it to 1080p, you dumb.
What if I just go high? I'm just trying to get a solid 60 frames is what I want.
Then turn it to 1080p.
All right, on high, I'm getting smooth 60 frames. So we'll just put it on high for now then. Hilarious that it's completely unoptimized. It's the demo that's supposed to show the game off. Anyway,
You're
all right.
so
Going for a
goddamn
hike.
stupid. The demo's not a final build, you moron.
I have no idea what we're actually doing out
It's
here.
just like a vertical
Looked like he was
slice of the
deployed and he
game.
Came back, stuck back in.
Like
his country.
Anthem. Anthem's demo wasn't representative of what Anthem
graveyard.
ultimately became.
Nice music, atmospheric music. Check if it has DLSS set to quality or something. There is none. Did you see the settings?
none.
There's none of that. Look.
There's none of that. Dude.
I can't
Oh, here
emote.
it is.
Oh,
It's down
here it
here.
is. Snort. Extra snorts. Woohoo!
Okay.
Snort.
It was hidden down there. You couldn't get it earlier.
Phil definitely looks like a dude that
There we go.
Just-
Perfect. Nice.
there's
Good
something
call,
wrong with your
Octopus.
brain, boy.
So now we got Ultra.
That
and we
cookie
got the DLSS on,
opus.
and now it looks beautiful. There we are. Nice, silky smooth 60. Now I'm getting like Resident Evil vibes.
No.
No.
Yeah, what happened?
God, he has no
Destroyed here. What
ability.
the hell? Oh, wow. Obviously a bomb landed here, or, you know, a mortar or something. Sheesh. No buttons do anything for the record. All I can do is run right now. I can't really do anything else. Can't interact. Hello, a cow. How are you, cow? What's going on? Why are you all by yourself?
You'd crack
Can I
a
ride
rib.
the cow? Can I
You
milk
really
the
got to
cow?
talk
Milk
through
the
your
cow?
nose.
No.
It enunciates
Looks like
through
you're
the
supposed to interact with this
nostrils.
glowing gate. Place item toggle info. Huh? No relevant items. Is there a way I can find something to pick the lock around here?
Where is it, guys? Can you tell me where it is? I can't do it. I need you to tell me. Find it, Phil. Play the goddamn game and shut your fucking mouth. Dude, I hope he
Dark
makes
as hell,
30
so I
bucks
can
again.
Not really see anything.
I hope he only makes 30 bucks again, bro. That'd be so fucking funny. I'm gonna give you big scratches, buddy. Big scratches.
game, huh?
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
I don't know how I
You're
feel
not
about the
gonna-
moment you boot the game. Oh, we're not going to tell you how to play the game or do anything. Figure it out. That's our game. That's probably not a good idea, stupid. It's 2025. Most people don't want to wander around aimlessly.
Wow.
Right here.
You fucking
What
dork.
the hell is that?
You're about to die, that's what.
Conversations. It can be started with many characters you encounter. Conversations topics can be chosen based on datum, which represents a specific piece of information you have previously encountered.
He doesn't
Personal
understand what he's
characters may reveal
doing.
additional datum, which can open up new topics of conversation. Topics that are relevant for your main objectives are listed on the left side. Listed on the right are optional topics. Hello, I'd like some datum.
You must be lost to wander around Sinedra Forest. I'm afraid I have very little to offer. You're welcome to stay and catch your breath. Frankly, could use the company.
Oh lord, is this a
Who are
talking
you?
game?
The name's Ernest Cadell.
Looks like a meth
My
head.
family has tilled the earth here for generations. When the Sabinian army dug in for the winter, they used our home as their headquarters. I wasn't here at the time. My sons were. When I finally came back, the Sabinians were long gone. They left my sons' bodies in the forest.
Jeez, this is sad.
My only solace is knowing that my fourth son might still be alive. I hope he finds his way home. If he's out there somewhere.
So, this is the main mission, and this is additional stuff. I mean, being that this is the demo, I'm gonna skip
That's
the
exactly
additional
what
stuff.
happened,
We'll
Aubrey.
just focus on the main story. But if I were to buy the game, then obviously I would do the side stuff. So, you know where the village of Jova is located?
Do you know where the village of Java is located?
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here. I'm afraid you're going to need a vehicle. Unfortunately, I have none. A group of strange-looking soldiers arrived here last night in an APC. Perhaps you can ask them for help.
Oh
It's
Lord,
not the
this
first
is
time
boring.
we've seen
This
them.
game is boring.
They
Skip.
always seem to be
Skip.
snooping around
Stop
here for
sniffing your
something.
fingers, you nasty freak. Skip.
Where can I find the APC?
Where can I find the APC?
I just said that.
They parked their APC just beyond the woods, to the north. Once in the woods,
Nothing at the
Follow
moment,
the wind
because the little dude is up here
they
with
will
me.
lead the way through.
Are we playing as Adam Jensen? Yeah, his voice does sound familiar. Is it? Maybe it's the voice actor of Adam Jensen from Deus Ex.
I hung them.
But what I have here is watermelon kush from Buddies.
The gate to enter
It's
the woods is
93%.
locked. Here, take this key to unlock it.
You do realize you can just jump the fence, right? Not a big deal. So take this key and never give it back so I can never lock my gate ever again. You can travel between areas with a vehicle. Woohoo. Gather.
Hey, Gus, Arlo, Otis, please pick up. It's Atticus. I've been trying to call for days now.
What a
Lines
horrible
keep going
name.
down, so I don't know when I'll be able to call you back, but I'll keep trying. Hey, don't go killing Sabs without me. See you soon.
Huh. Alrighty. So we have the key. Ooh, what the hell? A floating ghost box to save your game. How convenient. Alright. Okay,
Bro.
run by clicking in left thumbstick.
You gotta skip this. This is boring.
We didn't miss anything, right? I'm just checking. There's nothing here to interact
Oh,
with. It was
God.
bizarre that
I hate it when he does
it's all-
this.
it looks like there should be items and stuff here, and there's like nothing here. Nothing. You can't interact with this. Nope. All right. Onward.
And this is the problem people have with this guy. But he never realizes it.
Amazing puzzle solved. If you're unsure of how to proceed in your main objective, open the data pad and navigate to the Investigations tab. Select an investigation to see all associated datum that you have discovered.
What up, Nugs?
We already know what we're doing.
It's a floating
We're trying to
ghost
look for
box.
this APC and this group of soldiers. Wind chimes. Look, there may be different ways
It's
to go.
wind chimes.
This fucking guy,
Or
bro.
maybe not. Maybe it's a
Oh
dead
my
end.
god.
Looks like it is a dead end.
Shoot me now, please.
Whenever you get lost in the woods, there's another.
Can you
dude,
get
what's going
lost
on
in the
here?
woods?
With all these like mortars that were going off, and big holes everywhere. Here's a building. What was that? Gather. A scorched bell. A bronze bell. marked
music
with
is
scorch
pretty
marks and
nice,
natural
though.
abrasions. Database. Classified entry access is denied. What? Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this bell. Observe. Unknown language. Oh. Alright, well, keep going. I don't know what the hell that was about.
It's gonna be
You go up here
aliens
and they
or like
block it with
shadow
two
people or
trees.
some shit.
Oh, we all know you can't climb over a tree in real life. Too dangerous.
Ugh.
We climb here. There's an item up there, but I don't know how you would get up here. What the hell? You can't jump or scale? No, you can't. Guess we gotta find another way around.
Maybe go up the stairs that you purposefully ignored?
Bunch of barrels. Random barrels. Hear those chimes again. A wrecked farming vehicle. Nothing in it. Follow the wind chimes, perhaps? Yeah, you can't climb over anything. Even that little fence stops you. Oh, there's a big door here. Another mortar. Freighter. Yeah, Open that. So far, not much to the game. Oh God, this guy's dying, huh? What happened?
Oh shit! There's a third phase.
Yikes!
Found me. Epsilon 12, right?
He's blind. Ugh. What happened?
Oh, I hate when that happens, and then you put the controller down, and it's like, oh no!
Oh yeah, totally. That's what happened. I wasn't just running around willy-nilly out here, having no idea what I was doing. Who are you?
Who are you? I'm Sifo 451, Epsilon 11. I got separated from my unit. They're still down there behind that door. We were on an SSC, and we got jumped. I'm not sure how I got here. All I remember is hearing that door shutting behind me. I must have triggered something. We need the key to the APC. We need to get the fuck out of here.
So they lost the key to the APC. Who has the APC key now?
Who has the APC key? The sergeant has the key. He's inside with the team. The Sarge is easy to spot. He's the one with a dark red poncho. Shit. I'm hurt pretty bad. I need to stop the bleeding. Look, we have a med kit in the camp we set up in the woods west of here. We marked the trees to make it easier to navigate. Bring me the med kit, and I'll give you what you need to open the door.
Alright, so they want me to go find this woods lookout or whatever. Bring him a med kit. Can't go up there. We can go up there.
We need the med kit.
But is there anything up here? There's 2 ladders. I'm just curious if anything over
I know, bro. This is so
So
bad.
it looks like a lot of open world exploration, does it not? Like you're just gonna be kind of walking around looking for stuff.
Wait, is he using the
I don't know
wrong
what the combat's
display
gonna be like, 'cause
ports?
we haven't run into any yet.
Is he using the wrong display
marks the
ports, bro?
spot.
Please tell me he is.
It doesn't. Another X. There's X's on all these trees. Look. X.
I bet he has it plugged into the wrong HDMI. That would be.
I don't see any more X. I was gonna say I don't see any more X's, and I found
There's
another
no
X.
more yellow paint.
X. Is this their camp? Oh, this is a dead end. What's the compass do? Hold down on the D-pad. I guess you can see what direction you're running. He said to go west, but I already found it. I didn't even need. I just followed the X's. Here you go. There it is, the med kit.
Oh my
I just
god.
followed the X's on the trees. And a vial of a strange substance. And a field research report.
He is really stupid.
Estimated time since the anomaly collapse, 1,056 years. What? There was apparently an anomaly 1,056 years ago. Interesting. Also, it's 1993 in the game. It's the early 90s. Huh.
Oh no, I'm just a baby.
Hey, just a
Whoa,
little
you can jump
boy.
off ledges. Now the problem is we gotta find our way back, and we don't really have indicators to help us, do we?
It's pretty linear, you dum-dum.
Because we were following these X's, but now we don't need to follow the X's anymore. But we can't find it back to the guy. Remember, there's no map. The game outright said this game has no map.
It'd be cool if I could find them, yeah. Buddy, what did you... Are you bleeding?
Right in my eyes. I don't even know if we're going the right way. We could be going completely the wrong way right now.
No, you're not.
Oh, we made it. We went the right way.
I have
apparently.
no
Here you
idea
go.
what the fuck the point is of this. I really don't.
I need the med.
Oh, I have to do trade for medkit, I bet. Trade. Medkit. There you go.
Good. You got the med kit. Okay. See that ladder over there? Climb it to the top.
Okay.
Take this. You'll need it to open the door. You'll figure it out.
Ancient mechanism. Look at this thing. Okay. So it sounds like they were out here researching something from over 1,000 years ago. It all went wrong, and it tore out this guy's eyes. Pretty awful. What the hell's up here? I just want to see what's up here while we're here.
Look at him hook-nosing chat, bro. Bro, this should have been the opening to an Alien versus Predator game.
Another
You
one
start
is that
out
we
as a
can't
human.
read. Maybe there's a way to decipher these later. You find a way
You
to read
enter
the language.
the tomb of the aliens, right? And then the outbreak of the aliens happen.
Look at that. What the heck? What is going on here? Well, it's a puzzle. Game to find out what the solution is.
It genuinely feels that way. It reminds me of that early 2000s Alien versus Predator game, where it lets you pick between the races. You get to play as the alien, the predator, and the human. Bro, I actually have that
There's
on
your
my
combination.
PC. It's
Well,
a
we know it's
goated
the
game
pickaxe,
for me.
'cause the pickaxe
I
broke
love
off
it.
and it was on the other
I
side.
haven't played multiplayer
Okay.
in a while. But shit, if I want to play multiplayer Predator, I'm going to play Hunting
How
Ground.
convenient of them to just leave the combination. There you go. This is not what I was expecting the game to be at all. This is like a puzzle game, right? I thought it was supposed to be like horror, but it's a puzzle game right now.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
It changes later.
Maybe I
Well,
think
right
it's
now,
Requiem
it's,
when it's the
not what I was
father and
expecting.
the son in the woods.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Skyrim puzzle. Exactly right.
Bro, he's just not paying attention.
Oh shit, I can't see.
Maybe you should have looked for a flashlight.
Oh, they found skeletal
Bones.
remains.
Keep going, Phil.
Huh. Obviously, they didn't find too good things considering the guy's eyes got torn out. So what's down here? Look, all these people were like, I guess, dead. They got chained up and tortured or incarcerated. Here's your save system. Upon defeat, any conversations, datum discovered, puzzles completed, or enemies eliminated are all preserved, regardless of if you even use a save point, but weapon progress and loot gathered gets reset. Okay. Site has been completely sealed since 937 AD, coinciding with the height of 5th Limbic invasion. They got the site. They got entry to the site. Dust samples, iron tools, iron shackles, teeth. That's it. Nothing too particularly interesting there, right? So what is he going to find? Here we go. Let's find out. They're all dead. What killed them? What was down here that survived
Now
for
just
1,000
imagine you
years
hear the
and
the
killed these
shriek
soldiers?
of the predator, right? And the clicking of the
I guess
alien.
that's our answer.
It just
What
it
is
writes itself. That's what it feels like, it, bro. Then out from the shadows comes the alien.
My
Face hugger
precious.
human, maybe.
Oh my god, he's got no face.
What the fuck? That's creative, at least.
Okay. What the fuck? We've got a problem.
That's creative.
What is going on? Whoa!
All right, I did not see that coming.
I don't know. What's
I didn't
happening?
expect ninjas, bro. Reality warping aliens and ninjas. Right?
Oh! That sucks. And that was just the first guy. No, that was the last boss. We're just gonna say it was the last boss. That's the end of the game.
I'm confused.
Okay, then. Let me guess. Now he has to take up the sword because she's dead. And just like that, the drone joins him. So how do you actually play? Your lock on. Okay. I did.
It's a Souls-like?
X. Perform regular attacks.
No. It's just a regular action game. It looks real
That was
generic,
easy.
too.
Why was it so hard for her? Maybe she was just a weakling. That's what it must have been. She just sucks. You're just a badass. You know, you're a man. You're twice as strong as her, so, you know, you easily chop down these plebeian enemies.
Why isn't it Ninja Turtles?
Oh, no. What's this? No, not a puzzle. Oh, no. We just got to gameplay. Now you're going to give me a puzzle? Is there a combination somewhere in the room? How do I figure this out? We're going back. Fuck this. No, that didn't work. We gotta find a combination. I don't know, how you get this door open. Right trigger and up. Flashlight. Okay. Why did the drone join you? It's not your drone. Why would it just magically join you?
Because it's probably attached to the cloak.
So the drone can scan these to tell you, first the sinners are brought to the tower. So maybe the tower is the first symbol. Okay. A first aid kit. Instantly recover health. I don't know how you use that, though. Down. Okay. There's a door. There's another door. Endurance system. Endurance system combines two vital stats, health and stamina. When you receive hits from enemies, your health decreases, and maximum stamina as well. Health does not regenerate automatically. Okay.
But why does he just instinctively know how to use
Then they
the
will endure the
weapon?
climb to the twin-headed serpent. So tower and twin-headed serpent.
Are you kidding me?
LB guards. Okay. And then lastly, the sinners fall into the fires of hell. So it's going to be a tower, a twin-headed serpent, and a fire. That's the combination. Go. Amazing! And now a beautiful mural. Once swallowed into the depths of the twin-headed serpent Tear, the wretched Sabinian vermin shall be excreted unto the flaying pits of the accursed Himolara fields. Good lord. Davian says reminds him of Jedi Fallen Order with the drone scanning and doing stuff. Yeah, you know, maybe.
Yeah, I get that. It
Sidestep
feels a
is
little
B.
that way.
Okay, and block is okay.
For
These guys are all
Souls-like,
weak. Why
it
are these
seems
guys so
really
weak and
easy.
crappy while the girl had to fight the crazy one. Had a weird thing floating around it.
I actually gotta agree with him. Why are they so weak compared to the one from the cutscene?
Oh, there's a ladder. How long? I've been playing this about 30 minutes. I mean, we're kind of getting into the gameplay aspect of it now, so I'll play it a little bit longer. I don't know how long the demo is. If anyone knows and wants to share, please let me know. I would say now we got DLSS on, the graphics are good. Journal of a Prison Guard. I'm filled with glee as they enter row after row, shackled in bondage of their own making. Their stench is unbearable. Wow. Thanks. Oh, let's see here. I got a dollar tip from Eva Cowboy fan. When you get to 100 line last defense, you think a pull for Japanese or English dub is in order. I'm going to do whatever's default. I'm not going to mess too much with settings and stuff like that for demos today. Just graphics, basically, to get them to run well is what I'm really concerned about, you know. If ever I choose to do a full playthrough that's a little different, then we can ask, you know, hey, what do you guys want? Prefer a demo when you're only going to play it for a little bit. It doesn't really matter. And then I got a $10 tip. Thank you so much. Can I get a shout out for David being crying? Sure. I don't even know what that means, but thanks for the $10 tip. All right.
Bro, you need to
Okay.
move on from this game.
Thanks for the support. I'm sure it's some insider thing that I don't understand as usual, right? There you go. Okay. If you are enjoying my checking out of this demo, please support the stream in some way. Many ways to do that, including super chats, tips, subs, memberships, etc., depending on where you're watching. And thank you for watching. Okay. Door there. What is this? A limbic capacitor. Gain limbic energy with a wielded weapon. Sure. Whatever the hell that means. So now what?
Oh, is that what it does?
No, we just
That's
checked out everything,
nuts.
right? I didn't
Oh,
miss
I
anything.
see
Here's the
where
ladder we climbed up.
you see that. That's cool. It really
Okay,
means
there's
you
no
have
other
to
way go
manage
to
your
use
health
jail
properly.
cells. I don't see another ladder anywhere.
Dude, and how
Remember, this
brutal
game
does
has
the game
no
have to
map,
be to get harder
no
as
indication of where
you
to go.
die?
They outright said that right at the beginning. Oh, here you go. There is a second ladder. Okay, I didn't see it. So it could be a trickier game, especially if you get lost in a part, you don't know what you're supposed to be doing.
Why are there no enemies?
Probably uneasy.
Whoa, Bracers of Terror, Intimidating Bulwark. This item can be equipped in the loadout tab of the data pad. There you go. Right now all we have is the compass, limbic capacitor, and healing. We just equipped those. Okay. We don't have any relics, right? Okay. It's your Pip-Boy. You should press down, correct? Here you go. Here you go. That's how you select those. Okay. This is not what I was expecting the game to be at all. It's kind of an adventure game, right? Exploration and stuff. I thought it was going to be like just a bunch of combat, but... What's he doing?
He's making his way downtown.
Shard neutral. Small shard obtained. There's another door. I guess that's where we're going. Save point. Healing Pulse. When you successfully hit an enemy, faint particles appear around you. The particles represent a window of opportunity to perform a healing pulse. Right bumper. The ability consumes particles and restores health equal to a percentage of the damage dealt by the hit that triggered the particles. The particles disappear if you wait too long or take damage. Particles can be accumulated exponentially over multiple successful hits. Did it work? I don't even know if it worked or not. Wow, it's really hard to see in here. Another enemy over there.
What song, bro? What?
So it said hold Y for a charged attack.
Oh, not a charged
Look at that, like
attack.
a big slash. Another limbic capacitor. Distract ability. Facing two enemies who fight in tandem can be challenging. In these situations, use the drone's distract ability.
Oh.
Right trigger plus B.
I won't. That's all I know of that song.
Okay. I can't figure out how to gather this stuff. I'm trying right bumper. It's not doing anything. They said right bumper was the thing that does it. I don't know. I'm confused. Alright, so we killed them. Now what? This way. Double limbic twin axes. How do I swap weapons? Left trigger and up on the D-pad. Look at this. Dual axes. Don't question this fact at all. Just use them. So they're much faster. Pen was given to me by my mother when I was 5 years old. Item doesn't fit here. It's like an action RPG puzzle game. It's so bizarre. I had no idea that's what this would be. It just feels so different than what I expected. It kind of threw me for a
Bill,
loop.
switch the fucking game, bro.
I got another $5 tip. This person says, can you congratulate David for being the best brother? I guess. Hey, David. Apparently you're a great brother. Congrats on that.
Shout
Thank
out
you,
to
anonymous
David.
$5 tipper. Okay. Thank you for the support. Oh, I should lower that. There we go. Okay.
Bro, this isn't
Another
the hit
save
you
point.
think. Switch the game, damn it.
Harry. Okay.
Souls Light semi-open world action
was
RPG
awesome.
is supposed to have heavy emphasis on what? Oh, heavy emphasis on horror. That's kind of interesting.
So when you parry enough, you get a counterattack.
Not my cup of tea, though.
Let no Sabinian captive cross the threshold of the jail clad in so much as a thread. All must be stripped bare as benefits the despicable and the condemned. I have no idea what that just did. That restored my health and stamina. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any of the particles. I don't understand it. They said right bumper, but it doesn't seem to work, so I don't know. Hello to Ayal, how are you?
Oh my god, I don't know if I want to continue to watch him do this shit, bro. I might actually call it here and then come back tonight for Friday night fights.
That was the charge attack.
Every time he begs I
Okay.
take a hit, I could definitely do that.
Pile of bodies. Ugh.
Is
Ooh,
that a
new
new
enemy.
enemy? Is he taking a dump? Why was he sitting with his arms that way?
There we go. Again, it looks like you could charge up. I don't understand. I press right bumper. I don't get health back. So
Big
I'm
mobs of
confused.
enemies? Maybe. Maybe. It might be harder later in the game. But it seems extremely easy right
His
now.
gaze shines upon our queen.
Ugh.
All right, at this
buddy.
point, I think I'm kind of getting the gist. I'm probably going to stop playing the demo soon because I kind of get it now of what it's going to be. It's exploration. It's an exploration combat game. Let no prisoner be led beyond the walls unbound. From neck to ankle, they must be
there-
shackled. No may
oh,
strike
there's
unburdened to the
skip
tower's
juice.
shadow.
Oh god, there was skip juice, bro. Holy shit. Okay. We'll go on for a little bit more. See what's up. What's the matter, you big guy? Come here. Up. Up. Yeah, the intro seems very, very easy. It's like, what the hell, man? That was kind of boring, actually. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you guys. That shit was boring, and I was falling asleep a little bit. Cast and release. I don't give a shit about cast and release. Dude, it's rich. Oops, excuse me. Let me see if that fat bastard is streaming today. Bro, he streams at the most weird times. Nothing so far. Who, Rich or Phil? Both of them can't. They're stuck in a perpetual loop of doing the exact same thing every day. Like, they have no opinions of anything. They have, like, no ability to talk about things. Nothing. It's all just the same thing we did yesterday, we're going to do today, and tomorrow, and the next day. Sometimes you just gotta try new stuff. Well, you gotta at least give Rich one thing. He is doing videos, but he should have been doing that on his Rich Review Tech channel.
So how did we do? Let me refresh here. Okay, so what won the kick poll? It looks like Cast and Release has won the YouTube poll. What won the kick poll? That was, let's see, 46, about 60 votes. It was about 60 votes for Cast and Release. What won the kick poll? Does anybody even know? Oh, it's not Cast and Release. It's Cast and Chill. I can't get the name right. First, I thought it was Catch and Chill. Then I thought it was Cast and Release. It's Cast and Chill. I've got it completely wrong. All right. Cast and Chill won on kick as well. All right, let's do this next.
Oh, hell no.
And then, you know, this
all
one,
right,
I don't know how
guys.
long we'll do. This seems like a more chill game, maybe like half an hour.
No, I don't want to do that. I will be back tonight for Friday Night Fights. And we will be on Marvel Rivals tonight. Hopefully he gets extremely salty and gets his shit pushed in. Guys, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you very much. Have a good day. Stay high. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.